It's been a little bit since we've last covered Brylan AstroTurf Hollyhand, who is our favorite punching bag to the channel. Apparently, since the last update we did on him, he has not gained a single, not even one, follower on Twitter. He's been stuck at 224,000 ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk and ever since he most likely bought bots to AstroTurf his success. Now, let's look into some cringy clips because I'm a sadist. So first we have this probably paid video in collaboration he did with Officer Tatum, who himself has been alleged to have taken several thousands of dollars to promote, stuff from other sources, things that he doesn't really believe. People are calling him a shill. People are calling him a Zionist shill, whatever. So maybe he paid for this. But anyway, Brylan captions this clip by saying, "I'm not in this for politics. I'm in this for Jesus." Oh my God. Oh, and everybody clapped. We need more Jesus in politics. We need more Jesus in Congress. We need more Jesus at college campuses. Again, so generic, but let's see how he actually says it because, of course, he's a stud when it comes to delivery. They call him the new Gavin Newsom. All right, let's go.
I'm in this for Jesus, and I'm in this for like shedding a light of Christ in such a dark movement and world. And people are like, "Oh, well, then leave politics. Like, there's a lot of other areas that you could use your platform better for Christ." No, they need more Jesus in politics. They need more Jesus in Congress. They need more Jesus on campuses. And so this is my avenue. Would there have been a lot cleaner, less controversial way for Jesus to have me share the gospel? Possibly. This
Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's so yeah, Jesus is like, "Yeah, buddy, you're shilling me to a friendly audience. You're literally preaching to the choir in this case because of religion. And oh yeah, you're such a soldier. Are you kidding me? Number 1. Number 2, this shirt says fired up for Jesus and then Isaiah 43:2 or whatever. What the hell, man? Like this is I don't know if the term is sacrilegious, but it's just so in bad taste. This kid is not someone with profound thoughts of Christ. When you hear people that are bringing up God and the points that they make are so shallow, you got to say this is as a tool, being used as a tool. And it's a meaning, it really insults the intelligence of all Christians that are Republican, which is most of them, right? Because this guy's going to be begging the ignorance of the chat and the people that watch him to not pick up on the fact that again he's using this as a way to bludgeon the left, and by saying that I'm not totally in it for myself, I'm totally not wanting to be president. We all want to be president or something, right? We all want to rule the world, and this guy's going to be like, "Oh, I'm just spreading the gospel." Really? In our next clip, apparently he captions this by saying Donald Trump won the 24 election because of Gen Z. Gen Z saved the country. Gen Z won Republicans the House and Senate, but that doesn't mean we take the foot off the gas. We need to be more united than ever. So again, his whole grift is, "Oh, I'm 20 years old. I can talk to the people my age," right? That's kind of my gimmick too. Now let's see how he actually pulls that off as somebody who apparently takes jets between classes. He can relate to the plight of the American people, kind of like Gavin Newsom does, right? Yeah, totally.
The same people in my comment section attacking me for going to college campuses are the same ones that would never set foot on a college campus. But they're also realizing the threat that faces Gen Z, and if we lose Gen Z, we lose the nation. And really specifically, you've been in Arizona, you'll understand this. I was in the campaign until the internal polling. There was no chance that Donald Trump would have won the country and got back in the Oval Office where he sits this evening if he did not win Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. And he won the specific counties in those states because of young people on college campuses getting out to vote. That is totally Charlie. That is
Okay, now he's trying to use Charlie as again another tool so that don't criticize me. Jesus has my back here. Watch my six, God. And then you've got Charlie Kirk. He's a martyr. You can't talk crap about Brylan now. Brylan AstroTurf Hollyhand because apparently Charlie gave him his blessing, which he probably gave to literally thousands of other kids. Like, "Oh, you'll be a bright kid one day." Oh, come on, really? What a cheap thing to do.
vote. That is totally Charlie. That is Charlie specifying on those three states, getting the mobilization out. Gen Z saved the country. Gen Z put President Trump back in the Oval Office. Gen Z helped Congress get the majority and help the Supreme
Also, shout out to Officer Tatum again. What is this freaking look? What does he look like? He looks like a bear. And what is this expression? Is he looking up at Brylan? Is he God? Are you short, Officer Tatum?
Court have a majority today. But we can't take our foot off the gas. We can't say like, "Oh yeah, we won. Now let's go infight at each other or rip each other to shreds." No, we need to be united more than ever before.
What the fuck? Okay, platitude, platitude,
Okay.
platitude.
No, we need to be united more than ever before.
Yeah, I love that, man. I really appreciate you.
The same people.
Oh, great response. W commentary. Thank you very much. Great interviewer. A real Walter Cronkite. See, that's my
Yeah, I
age
love it.
showing.
More than
Anyways, so that was pathetic. And, take a shot every time this kid uses a platitude. Now, I'm not going to want to switch places with your liver after this is done, but Jesus, yet another clip. Let's
But
feast.
what you don't see online on your TikTok for you page or on TV because it's not popular to go viral is the like loud minority of Gen Z. Those are the people that dye their hair blue, get the nose ring, get the bullhorn, they shut down the campus and protest. It's like 15 people on the quad of the campus. Nobody talks about the 50,000 students that are going to class, putting their head down and working and not screaming on social media because like they're genuinely so hard doing their part-time job and making up their class schedule that they don't have time to change their natural hair color.
Oh, okay, now college students are not lazy slobs and they're working part-time and doing their classes. That is BS. I go to campus literally 5 times a week, okay? It is not the case for most. And, loud minority of the transgender, there's like hundreds of those freaks, okay? I go to a school, 45,000 people, University of Arizona. Probably have heard of it, right? There's a lot of queer people, like a lot. So 15, that's very trivial. It seems like he's the one that doesn't know how campus works. Number two, he's over here. I forgot my point actually.
Their class schedule that they don't have time to change their natural hair color, add an accessory to their nose, and then go,
Okay, so the reason why people are not turning trans and whatnot and dyeing their hair blue is because they're busy. Great point.
set up a tent encampment on a campus and protest. Like, that's just not going to happen. But nobody talks about those students. And so when we go to these campuses, people are always shocked when they see the videos like you just talked about. How did you fill a room in an overflow room with students? Like, there's that many conservatives? Yes, they just don't scream and are loud and are jumping in front of a TV camera. They're working. They're going to class. This
That seems like a cope. And honestly, this sort of silent minority thing has been bastardized by all the people that have less aura than Richard Nixon, who was right. There was a silent majority that was anti the hippies, anti pot, anti Vietnam protesters. But this guy's bastardizing the whole thing, unfortunately. Richard Mulhouse seething in his grave. Anyhow, this kid, he really, and I talk to old people. You go to country clubs, they'll be like, "Oh my God, son, oh you'd be a great senator," whatever. And you realize that a lot of these old people, since they haven't been on a campus for decades, they really like anything a 20-year-old white kid says, or be it me even, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, that's gospel." If I were to say, "Hey, I ran into a 300-pound pink-haired transgender," they'd be like, "Wow, really?" Like they wouldn't even double take; they would just assume that's true. And so this guy's predating on the ignorance again of good meaning Christians, old people that don't know better, and whatever idiot young person actually thinks this guy's cool. I mean, honestly, the whole aura of this kid, Mr. Brylan AstroTurf Hollyhand, really can be summed up. If you watch my cursor here, with this generic AI profile of his podcast or whatever. I mean, just generic white person, no content, no charisma. Come on. Okay, now let's take a little bit of the heat and put it onto Mr. Tatum here.
What's going on, y'all? My next guest is somebody I admire. I think that all young people who are inspired to make a difference need to do something. Do not be paralyzed. Just get out there and do something. I was supposed to go on your podcast and we couldn't do it, but I think you ended up going on. You ended up having Candace and Charlie on your podcast.
We did.
When you were 11.
11. So I started the podcast.
That only really reveals that Officer Tatum here has been in on the grift for several years.
I couldn't find anything else to do. I wanted to get involved, but no media outlets would have me on. I couldn't run for any.
Why would media outlets have you on if you have no clout, you don't even have your own show that isn't propped up by daddy's money? Come on. So this kid is like, "Oh, I had to do X, Y, and Z because they wouldn't let me on their show." Yeah, why the fuck would Tucker Carlson have you as an interview guest? You don't see me complaining.
I couldn't run for any positions, and I wanted to start.
See, you see how it's, "Oh, I couldn't run for office." Yeah, dude, you're what, 15 years old or something? Like, why is that even in your head? And I get it. Like, I obviously, like, it goes without saying, I'd like to be the president, yeah, I don't know, like in 30 years. However, you only come off like a douche whenever you even intimate that desire. It's just gross. It's like if you're on a first date and you're like, "I totally don't want to have sex with you." It's like the fact you even had to mention that is red flag enough. Like, dude, just keep it to yourself.
Podcast, and so I reached out to all these people locally. I mean, Brandon, nobody would come on the podcast. The young people are getting off the sidelines. Out of a wake of a tragedy, the Lord is using what man meant for bad, for good. And like genuinely, people are coming out, as you've even seen, all across the country to get off the sidelines and into the fight in honor of Charlie. I looked at him and
This is just such a bad aesthetic. I mean, you got the super tacky license plate thing. You've got the awful AI rendition of whatever the hell his face is supposed to look like. You have a picture with the president, which I bet Donald regrets. You've got his fake book that's definitely not written by him. You've got this bed, which looks impoverished. Okay, it looks like shit. You have more money than to have those sort of sheets, right? And he looks so freaking short, even though he's like 6 foot tall, though he is built like a wilting redwood tree. But it's just a bad
I'll never
aesthetic.
forget it. I said, "Charlie, what advice do you have for me? Like, I'm a young whippersnapper. I've got the baby fat, but I want to get involved one day." And Charlie looked at me and he said, "The left will always out fundraise you, but they're never going to outwork you." I'm not in this for political gain or politics in general. Like,
That's ironic because he is astroturfed. He is not self-funded, but he has a lot of other money.
frankly, politics can get boring. I'm in this for Jesus.
What's going on, y'all?
And you're not boring, and you're not boring. Dude, I'd rather watch anybody. I'd rather watch CNN at this point. At least when they're lying, it's a little more entertaining, more compelling. I'll watch a gay guy like Anderson Cooper than a gay guy like you. I think most people would agree. Now, part of the reason why I make these videos is because number one, nobody really does it, and I love doing niche stuff. But number two is because of captions like this one. He goes, while trolls continue to hate from behind a keyboard, well, there it is, I guess he's right, we're not slowing down the work. One campus at a time. Thank you for having me, Mississippi State. Take a look for yourself. Their largest chapter meeting in school history. Gen Z is more engaged than ever. Well, what that really means, as somebody who knows Turning Point presidents and have for years, is that means that Mississippi State had no juice to begin with. And, an additional point is that I've never heard of Mississippi State having a Turning Point chapter, probably, which means I'm right. Now, this is interesting. He does have a room with, I don't know, 100 or so people, and that is impressive, more than I could do probably at this point in my life. But I will tell you that, do they seem super enthused? Not really. I see a lot of fake smiles. That sounds like a cope, but it's true. Do you really imagine a red-blooded 20-year-old guy finding this kid interesting? No. Okay? Like, come on. It's just bogus and it's astroturfed to all hell. Also, wasn't his whole point with Officer Tatum that Gen Z in Arizona, Georgia, and Pennsylvania flipped the election for Donald Trump? Well, then what good does it do if you go to Mississippi State, right? Do you think Trump or JD Vance rather in 28 is going to be like, oh, I really could use those couple hundred votes that Brylan got me in Mississippi? What? Go to Arizona, U of A, right? Go to ASU in Tempe. Go to Georgia. That's a southern state. This guy's going to a bunch of really red states in safe territory, preaching to the choir, accomplishing what exactly? He refers to work on the side here. We're not slowing down the work, but what's the work exactly? What best case you're registering these people to vote? Most of them that already could and would for 2026 and 28. Well, again, it's Mississippi. What popular vote is nice, sure, but like again, what good are you doing? I mean, that's like if Harry Sisson and all of his gayness were to do, the same thing in UCLA, in Santa Barbara, in the USC circuit. Like okay, popular vote matters a little bit for mandate reasons, but again, that's not a swing state. What are you doing with your time? Now, apparently, something that he's been hyping up that happened recently was Brave Voices for a Bright Future. This is with Brian Lynn himself. Topher, I don't know who the hell that is. He's black. Bob Good, I don't know who that is exactly. Could it be some congressman that I don't really know about? Maybe. Victoria Cobb, obviously, the Victoria Cobb, right next to Gavin Newsom, right next to, Elise Stefanik, we've got Victoria Cobb. That's a joke. I don't know who that is. And if you look, it's Turning Point USA, but at WAHS, which is what, a high school or something? Again, this is not really accomplishing much for the movement. IMO. All right, now for the final clip we're going to do on Mr. Hollyhand here, he's going to be trying to get people to vote. Okay, so he's trying to accomplish that, and by doing that, he's going to be able to help flip what Mississippi. But anyway, he's also going to have to actually convince people, get them excited, riled up, hyped. Dare I say? Let's see what he comes up with.
Brown Hollyhand here. We are on the campus of Liberty University. Go Flames to that. I am so excited.
Okay, so literally I think a private Christian university in Virginia.
I'll be back in the Commonwealth of Virginia with one simple message to my peers here. The students on this campus have to get off the sidelines and go to the ballot box. Just over a week, on November 4th, the most important election in Virginia's history will be happening. And it is so important that we keep Virginia red. Vote Republican.
It's not even red now. What do you mean? I guess he's saying like Youngkin made it red, but I mean, it went in 24 for Kamala.
Up and down the ticket. I mean, take Jay Jones for an example. We literally have a candidate running in this Commonwealth that the Democrats have as their nominee who put in text messages that he's fantasizing putting bullets in the head.
Why do his legs do this? Guys, I don't know. Is it kind of gay that I'm pointing this out? But look at how they kind of like bow out or something.
He's fantasizing putting bullets in the heads of conservative
Sus.
Republicans. That is what we're up against. This is no longer just red versus.
Again, you're nervous because you're hiding your hand in the pocket.
This is good.
You've got a holly hand and you're hiding it.
And the students here on this campus and across the incredible Commonwealth of Virginia have the opportunity to not only change their future, but the future that their children and grandchildren will grow up in, and make sure that there are not bullets put in the head of conservative children, and that we keep Democrats out of power here in Virginia. Get off the sidelines.
Okay, I like how, Jay Jones obviously has come back, goes without saying. But again, you're not bringing up the gubernatorial candidate, kind of like implying that that we're going to lose, and that Winsome Sears is going to be relegated to a has-been.
Get out to the ballot box and vote. And right here on Liberty's campus, students here can vote on campus. You don't have to walk right out of your dorm straight to the ballot box. You don't have to drive anywhere at all. Make sure you go vote to save the future of this great Commonwealth. We'll see y'all soon.
We'll see y'all soon. Oh, I can't even make that face. Dirt. All right. Well, that punching bag, my knuckles are bloody rhetorically, okay? That was kind of excruciating, to be kind of honest, to put it mildly even. But yeah, so like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want more content like this. Comment down below your thoughts. Obviously, this is what, the third or fourth video on Brylan. People say, "Oh, you're obsessed." Okay, yeah, so what? Suffer. Suffer. Bye-bye. Adios.